can stand. Many, of course, will have fallen in those days when the Son of Man cometh, will indeed find faith on the earth. So many would have gone astray. If they were once found, they would have gone astray. Few will be standing on those days. Few will imagine seeing Jesus in the clouds of heaven. You would suddenly be aware of all the things you were doing, good or wrong or right at the time. And so he comes in the clouds of heaven. The dead in Christ, with those that have already died in Jesus Christ, the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Well, this sounds pretty impossible, but you have to look at bodies. Well, we were obviously created here through procreation. God first saying to man, Adam and Eve, and every creature, be fruitful and multiply. Well, in that other realm, does God say to the dwellers of that other realm that haven't got a human body, does he say to them, be fruitful and multiply? They were spoken into existence. Adam was spoken into existence. God simply spoke the word, and there was Adam created of dust. Well, we were spoken into existence, you would say, but our existence had a process of 9 months. Well, you read of various creatures, and they can actually, the time period in the womb can vary with various different creatures. And if you look this up, you can bring this down to just a few weeks, I think, as I recall. So God can make bodies in 9 months. He can make bodies in a few weeks with various creatures. He can speak a creature into existence in 1 day. He spoke Adam into existence. This seems impossible to us, but God simply speaks the word, and it's done. God speaks the word, and it's done, and it can take 9 months. And God speaks the word, and it's done. It can take 4 or 5 months. With mice, they breed pretty quickly. It can take a few months. God speaks the word, and these various creatures come into existence in this world. God speaks the word in other worlds, and the various creatures there come into existence in a moment in time. Well, when you look at it like that, you have a new dimension to your thinking, and that, well, I wonder how God created an angel. Did they make love? Did they have sex? Does an angel get pregnant and then he gives birth and there you have a child? When I leave this life, I'll have no body until the resurrection comes, and then I'll have a new body. Will my new body be able to have children? All these questions might arise in your mind. Well, the angels are neither married nor given in marriage, it says, so you think, well, maybe they don't have to worry about birth control. Well, in this world, because people worry about birth control, and you have awful things like abortion and these various methods by which you can stop children being born here. But then you think, well, in that other realm, everything's so perfect, you won't have to worry about birth control. Would it be a drag to suddenly arrive in heaven and think, wow, I don't have to worry about bringing children into the world, but I can't. I don't have sex. Well, if you've still got a penis and so on, the woman's still created human, very much human, well, then, of course, there would indeed be still sex in heaven for humans. Well, those angels, of course, that came to earth, they appear to have had sex with, in Genesis chapter 6, children were born unto them. So it's kind of, you're thinking, what kind of body will you have? Well, you're going to be like the angels, and there appears to be a whole new society, a different form of society out there, in that they're neither married nor given in marriage. You largely marry here and have a partner here because there's so many insecurities. You need a partner for the rest of your life on earth because it gives you so much more security. Well, in the other realm, in the other world, they have less troubles with securities there, depending upon where you go, of course. But of course, if you go to the wrong realm, to the wrong place, and you didn't want Jesus, you didn't want love, in fact, Jesus being the King of Love, well, you'll have a loveless heart with loveless people, and therefore you will have the same insecurities you would think in some other realms, other than what you would in the realm you wish to go to. So why would I have become a Christian? Because I look for a better life. I want another life after this life. I want to go to a better place. Just like I'm going to get much out of this life as much as other people might have. I'm not going to be a millionaire. Is usually the line of thought. Well, if I was a millionaire or a billionaire, then I'd have such a very much an easier life. But this world is full of labours and toils and strife and downgrading experiences and class societies and to different levels and grades of people, depending upon who you are, how you might be treated. So a lot of people yearn for another life. They yearn for a better life. They yearn for better people in that better life. They yearn for better places. But you think to yourself, okay, I've arrived in that other realm, and you're now to go back again. What I was saying before about the resurrection. Before I do, there's the of course it's the time of the resurrection. Jesus come back to this earth, and the dead in Christ. Now this might seem far fetched, but it's going to happen. Now a lot of us can't get our heads around it, right?